Aloha everyone. In our last video, we unpacked what Vinyasa means. Can you tell me quickly? It means that it's not stop and start. It means that there is a flow connected with breath and movement together. Technically, it means to place in a special way, but what I want you to think about is that it's a cycle. Okay, so I'll use that place where we were in our last video to segue into where we're going here, about making intelligent yoga sequences. The word Vinyasa can be an entire practice. It has a clear end, middle, and beginning. It's a cycle. Now, what I want you to do, in my day, we had these things called records. Yeah, I love records. I miss them. But now we have playlists. So when you make your playlist on Spotify or iTunes or wherever, SoundCloud, wherever you make your playlists, there is like a sequence to the songs. You never just put it on random. Every time I put my phone on random, I pay for it. You know, 1 second I'm listening to Beyonce having a dance party, and then Bob Dylan comes on, I'm blowing in the wind. I'm like just vibe crushing. And other times I'm listening to Bob Dylan blowing in the wind, just chilling. And then Beyonce comes on, I'm like, oh, I wasn't ready for that. So there's a feeling to intelligent playlists, and there's a feeling to intelligent sequences, and I want to tell you loosely that they're both vinyasas. A playlist is a cycle, a vinyasa, and a yoga class is a sequence and a cycle. Now, what you got to get is what are playlists made of? They are made of songs. And the songs are vinyasas. Each song has a beginning and an end. And then what are the songs made of? Notes. The notes, here's where I want to go with this. If you compare making playlists to making yoga sequences and intelligently sequenced classes, the notes are like poses. The sequences are like songs, and the entire class is a playlist, okay? So the sequence is a vinyasa, a cycle, and the entire class is a vinyasa, to come back to that term. Now, if I can use it, if we can just go off that and give you one more analogy, I think you got that one about the playlist. I want to tell you that there's a feeling to a good class, like there's a feeling of a playlist. There's a thread that connects them all. And if you jump, like if I'm doing triangle pose here, all right, we're doing triangle pose. All right, everyone, let's do camel pose. And you're like, how the heck do I get from here to like camel pose? What, are you kidding me? Okay, and it becomes clunky. Versus if I'm doing triangle pose and I'm already in this position and I'm like, okay, next pose is half moon. Okay. When we get deeper into our sequences, I'll give you some tips. But I'll tell you one thing I've learned is that two things stay the same and everything changes around it. If you're changing more than two things, it won't feel good. Press pause, take a sticky note, and we'll come back and unpack that later in the course. All right. Main thing is there's got to be a thread, a feeling, a way these poses are connected, the way these songs are connected that makes sense and feel good. And by the way, feeling's important. You got to think about what feeling you want people to leave with. And one thing we talk about in Blissology is definitely one feeling we want people to have is embodied peace. We want them to feel peace in their minds and their bodies. And the key thing is I want them to feel into their bodies. So here's the next analogy I want to give you. A dinner party. A dinner party. What's a good dinner party for you if you're a host? Well, When you come into a dinner party, do you want to come to my house? And yeah, we've got the Beyonce rocking and we're dancing and like, come on in, we're partying. I mean, maybe. There might be a time for that. But classically, for most dinner parties that I throw, I want you to come in and we'll have a glass of wine or kombucha or coconut here in Bali. And there'll be like smooth jazz on, something chill, down tempo. And it allows you to arrive and to get comfortable and to let go of your day and to reconnect to yourself and to others in a very relaxed way. So what I want to build up here is what I call an energy arc. A great Vinyasa class will have an energy arc, and it will start off with mellowness and build up energy, and then it will wind down again energetically. So as opposed to, I feel like a lot of classes start right in high energy and they don't give people enough time to arrive, or some classes start right at like mellow, which can be good also, but for me, I like to do some energy exertion first. I like to do some standing poses before I go right into the stretches, because that helps my body open up. So I love this formula that the yogis used of mellow, building up intensity, and then winding it down. And in this course, we'll call that our energy wave. And you can have multiple waves in the course, but that's the energy wave of the Vinyasa that we're doing. So again, the first few minutes of class, 5, 6, 7 minutes, are always about linking breath, body, environment, and in Blissology, each other energetically. It doesn't mean you got to talk to people. In fact, don't talk to people, but energetically bless them. And that's the first part of the practice. And even if you're practicing at home, bless your neighbors, bless people around you. Like, just go from stressing to blessing is the energy we need to move. And we got to get people into that beautiful place inside of themselves by slowing things down. And then we can speed things up, like in a dinner party, or even your playlists. You know, you go to a club and, you know, it's 9 o'clock if you're going out all night, and it's not the full dancing on the dance floor. It's just mellow, chill, have a drink, whatever, loosen up. You know, 2 a.m., it's different. And then again, when the sun rises, it's more mellow also. Okay, so that's kind of the rave formula of a Vinyasa yoga class, or nightclub version. But the dinner party thing works. There's many times where we ride this formula of the energy wave coming up. So there's more to this art, but I just want you to see the general pattern of that, so that we can really build intelligent sequences in this course. I'm excited to share all this with you. I love yoga. You love yoga. The people that come to practice with you will love yoga, and we will create an upward spiral together. Peace.